Hi there, Rachel. I have a favor to ask you right away. Hello, Yasmin. The answer is no if you're asking me to throw a party. What? I haven't said anything yet. No matter how many times you ask me, my answer will never change. So I'm just trying to be reasonable. That's cold. That's why other moms don't like you. Rachel, do you know what they call you among your mom friends? Nope. The Ice Queen. Huh, okay. If you don't like it, you should be nice to me. I don't care what they say. Huh? It's not like I'm a good friend with people around you. I don't care what they call me. I heard you invite other moms to your house and have a tea on the wooden deck. That's not my friends. They're my sister and cousin. Huh? My sister and cousin have kids the same age as mine, so the three of us just get together and talk. You're inviting someone. It's the same thing. I think there's a big difference between family members and friends. What? Just because you have a house with a big backyard, it doesn't mean you're great. Can I go now? I'm still at work. Bye. I'll definitely do something in that lovely backyard. Hi, Rachel. Your backyard? No, you can't. What a pity. But you know what? I just found out something. What? You work for the same company as my husband. Oh, really? Is that so? Considering your ages, my husband definitely has a higher position in the company. In other words, he's your boss. If you don't listen to me, you could be in serious trouble, okay? So, I'll definitely throw a party in your backyard. What's that? I'm not going to listen to my boss's wife. We all know the line between work and private. What? I don't even know which department your husband is in, but I don't think you should say anything crazy. That's funny. Are you sure you will be okay? You'd better listen to what I said before you cry about it later. You will be in big trouble. Let me repeat this. This is your boss's wife's order. It would be best if you let me use your backyard. This is an order. Rachel, you haven't been home since last night, have you? I asked around the neighborhood and found out you had business at your husband's parents' house. I heard you guys are away for the whole day today. In other words, you're ready to take orders from your boss's wife. I just got some Wagyu steaks. I'll have a party in your backyard with all of my friends. I mean, we are already here. If you had let me do this while you were here, I would have given you a slice of Wagyu. Too bad you are not here. I'm going to grill up some fine meat. Rachel, you owe me $2,000 now. The Wagyu I brought wasn't enough, so I went to the local butcher and bought some extra food. I also ordered some sushi catering. Of course, it is authentic Japanese sushi. We also ordered pizzas and drinks and snacks. The total was about $2,000. Since this is your backyard, you should pay for all the expenses, right? The party is great. A big party in someone's yard is really the best. I gotta go now. What's this, Yasmin? Are you serious? A party at my house? Hi, Rachel. How did you even get into my backyard? I came in through the gate. I had to break the lock. It's your fault for locking the door after you said it was okay. I didn't say anything. I refused every time you asked. You know what? Don't make me repeat it. This is your boss's wife's order, and you cannot say no to me. You're crazy to think like that. Oh, it's almost time to call it a night. You have until tomorrow to pay me, okay? I won't. Also, please clean up after you get back. I'll leave the grill for you to clean. You know what? What? Do you know whose yard you just used? Huh? Of course I do. It's your place. Oh dear. I really didn't want to talk about work with my mom friends, but it can't be helped. What are you trying to pull? My place is your husband's boss's place. What? The boss? Your husband is a product manager, right? Yes, that's right. What do you mean? I'm actually your husband's boss. I'm the CEO. What? If you don't believe me, check our company website. You'll know it's true in one shot. What? What a lie! You are the CEO? I'll be heading back there tonight. What? I got a call from my neighbors. It seems you were having a huge party and causing trouble in the neighborhood. It looks like there was a lot of drinking going on. My garden is a mess, especially the flower beds. And the pond with the koi fish is littered with garbage. I hear it's been vandalized a lot. Oh. Rachel? Please don't tell my husband about this. Of course I will tell him. Wait! Then, can you pay for the damage? I heard you were a full-time housewife. I think it would be your husband who would have to pay for the damage. I will let you know how much the total amount will be as soon as I confirm the status of my backyard. Besides, it's about time. A police siren! I think our neighbor called it in. We were having a quiet party. Why is this suddenly happening? My neighbor came home about 2 hours ago. He said he just noticed something was not right. Then realized that I or my husband were not at the party. So he decided to contact me. He confirmed that someone was having a party without permission, so he reported it. You will likely be busy at the police station today. Well, I'll see you later. Rachel, are you asking $10,000 for the damage? Don't rip me off. And my husband found out everything. He wants a divorce. Do something. The only job I ever had was a part-time job in high school. I can't find a job to take care of myself. Rachel, please forgive me. That's too much money. I can't do it. My husband won't help me because he says I have to take care of it by myself. Rachel! Why don't you answer my call? I mean, you haven't even read my messages. I'm getting divorced. Please help me. I can't afford $10,000. Are you there? My backyard was in terrible shape. We had to re-landscape, and it cost us around $10,000. Later, Yasmin's husband visited me alone with a check. He wanted to apologize for the damage. He said that he would collect the money from Yasmin. Also, Yasmin's mom friends who attended the event are arguing about who should pay how much. But that is a matter between them, so I will just sit on the sidelines. And as for Yasmin, she shows no sign of remorse. Her husband has custody of their child because Yasmin is a bad influence on them. I received angry and abusive texts from Yasmin. I blocked her without replying.
Dad, do you have a minute?
Isabella?
I really need to talk to you about something, and I really need your help.
You're coming home today, right? Maybe we can talk about it when you get home.
It has to be now. I don't think it's a good idea that Mom finds out about it. Just for this month, I need you to send money.
Send you money?
Yeah, I can't take it anymore.
What do you mean?
I work part-time, but don't make enough money to live and can't afford to eat. So, can you send me some money even if it's only $150?
What? But you spend $3,000 per month.
What? What are you talking about?
I thought we had given you a credit card just for you. Is it possible that your mom did not give it to you?
I am more confused now.
I created a credit card for you to use for living expenses while you are living alone and instructed your mother to give it to you.
Really? She didn't give it to me. Mom never mentioned the credit card to me in the first place.
You've been living alone for 3 months, right? I just wanted to let you know because your bill has a balloon to $3,000.
Okay, I don't spend that much. I'm living off the earnings from my high school part-time job.
You're right. There's no way you would spend that much money.
Besides, Mom told me something like this.
Like what?
She explained, "We don't have any money, so we can only pay for your tuition. The rest of the time you'll have to work part-time to make ends meet."
I don't mean to brag, but our family is fairly well off. I believe we can pay more than your tuition.
When I asked her about it, she said you went into debt because of your business.
Of course not. First of all, I can't think of any reason why I would go into debt.
I said the same thing, but Mom said, "It appears he doesn't want us to know, so let's pretend we don't."
That is not possible. If I ever get into debt, I'll be completely honest with you.
I know. There's no way you'd keep something so important from us.
Why would Amelia do such a thing? Is she the one responsible for the credit card use?
I think it's quite possible.
Amelia's mood appears to have shifted in a negative direction recently.
That's not all. Actually, about $150 of the part-time job money I saved during high school, she asked me to wire it to her, so I did.
What? Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
I didn't want to worry you. Besides, Mom told me that our finances are tight.
How long has it been since you've eaten?
For the past 4 days, I haven't eaten properly. Every 2 days, only one meal of pastries.
No matter how much you eat, that will destroy your body.
I live in a college dorm, but I have to purchase meal tickets for breakfast and other meals. That money went toward my dorm rent for the second semester.
Rent?
To pay the rent with my current savings, I'd have to drastically reduce my food consumption.
You don't have to do that. I'm the one who should be paying for it. Besides, if it's rent, I already paid it for a year.
Really? I thought you haven't paid for it.
I'm sorry, Isabella. I didn't realize you were suffering like that.
It's understandable that you didn't notice because I live in a dorm. But even so, I appreciate it.
Anyway, today's my day off, so let's go out to lunch. I'll pick you up at the station.
Dad, thank you.
You can order whatever you like.
Wow.
But why did Amelia decide to say I was in debt? I can't help but feel she's up to something. My name is Noah Miller. I am a department manager at a large insurance company. My family consists of me, Amelia, and Isabella, my daughter. Isabella was on her way to our house on a train just a few days ago when she texted me saying she didn't have any money and couldn't afford to eat. She didn't get the credit card, and Amelia was lying to her. Furthermore, the money she worked hard to earn from her high school part-time job was taken from her, which shocked me. Isabella was malnourished and skinny when I met her at the station. So I immediately took her to a restaurant she wanted to go to. I was relieved to see her enjoying her meal. At the same time, I began to have doubts about Amelia, concerning the use of the credit card and the money Isabella earned from her part-time job. I thought that Amelia was probably involved in this case. I don't want to doubt my beloved wife, but she's been behaving strangely recently, and I can't help but seriously doubt her. I will ask her about it tomorrow. Hey, honey.
What's up? I'm busy right now, so please make it quick.
This is serious. It's a family affair.
What the hell are you trying to say?
Do you remember when I gave you Isabella's credit card?
Yes, I remember.
I asked you to give that card to her, but you never did.
I handed it to her. Maybe she just lost it. She's always been a bit careless.
I don't think so. Isabella may take a long time to get ready, but she has never forgotten anything.
Is that so?
And you know, she's always been good with money.
I didn't know that.
You're her mom. You should know that.
What's the point? Are you saying you'll make me take care of the house and Isabella?
That's not it. Isn't it natural for a parent to comprehend their child's personality?
How should I know that?
Gosh, you are... Besides, I heard you told Isabella some weird things.
Weird things?
That I'm in debt because of the company and can't send her money because we're struggling to make ends meet. How can you tell such a lie to my daughter?
Isn't Isabella just lying?
She would never lie like that. Isabella hasn't been able to eat in days because of you. It must have been extremely difficult for her.
Really?
That's not all. I heard that Isabella sent you $150.
That's another of her lies. Why do you think I'm guilty of everything?
Because you have a history.
Huh?
Don't you remember doing the same thing before?
No, I don't.
You did take money from my mom's purse the last time you went to my parents' house, didn't you?
Oh, about that. But it's a thing of the past. Who cares?
My mom found out and got very angry with you.
She was exaggerating her outrage over a few $100s. She only had to save the money again.
It's not that easy to save money.
Even if that's true, we didn't have any money, so we had no other choice. I have to cook meals for my family, so I need to pay for the ingredients.
But I give you enough money every month, remember? And I told you that you could withdraw the money for food from our shared account.
What do you expect me to do with a mere $1,500?
I think that's more than enough. I mean, you can tell the difference between what you can and cannot do just because it's someone you know, right?
Well, forget it.
Remember how you got down on your knees and promised not to do it again and that you'd work to repay her?
That's correct. Isn't that why I worked part-time for a month to pay back the money?
That's right. That's why we forgave you. But lately, don't you think something's not right?
What?
Isn't your clothing becoming more flashy and your makeup thicker?
Of course, I'm a woman. At the very least, I must dress up.
Even so, it's too flashy.
But that's my business, isn't it?
You're not spending much time at home these days. Who is it that you call every night?
Why should you care? Do you know about all of my friendships?
You always say that when you have something to hide.
Shut up! Anyway, I'm going out. That's enough.
Amelia, you did it again?
What's wrong? The credit card thing. I knew it was you, Mom. I don't understand.
I can't believe you are also cheating on me.
I would never do such a thing.
Don't play dumb. I have proof.
Mom, you really haven't changed at all. I told you I didn't do anything. How did you investigate me in the first place?
In fact, I went to a detective agency 2 weeks ago, the day after I communicated with you, because your behavior was too suspicious.
You never told me about it. He didn't. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense if he told you. But I'm sure it wasn't a big agency, right? Because all detectives are liars. You may have been presented with evidence of a lie.
That is impossible because they are a well-known firm. To begin with, if they were false, rumors would spread quickly on the internet nowadays, and I doubt they would be able to stay in business. Don't you think so?
Who knows? I'm not sure how long you can act so optimistically. You're behaving assertively, so why don't you tell me what you found out? I'm curious what kind of nonsense the famous detective told you.
You met a guy in his 20s at a coffee shop in front of the station a week ago, right?
And you two exchanged a passionate kiss in public, didn't you?
That's it?
And then you went to a hotel together, right? You did this during the day. I'm about to throw up.
We are just friends.
Then why would two friends go to a hotel like that?
It was simply a request for some life advice.
Then you could have gone somewhere else. Why did you two have to go all the way to the hotel? Two strangers, a man and a woman.
I go through some difficult times myself.
What do you mean by difficult times?
That's none of your business.
Of course it is. We're family.
You're persistent. It doesn't matter what it's about.
You've changed the topic. I've already met the man with whom you're cheating on me.
No way.
I just wanted to say a few words to him because he's been taking care of my wife.
Why did you even bother to meet him?
The guy then turned pale and told me about his affair with you.
Did he open his mouth? This is horrible.
Oh, so now you admitted it.
Huh?
That was just a bluff. Dad has never met the guy.
Oh, shit! I didn't mean to say that.
Thanks for digging a hole for yourself.
You are making fun of me.
You did the same thing to us, didn't you? We're even.
We've eliminated the possibility that the detective is a liar.
Besides, the evidence the detective sent us isn't just photos, you know.
You can't get away with it anyway because the recorded data is included in the evidence.
What do you mean?
In the data you said, if it's money, I have plenty of it. My husband gave me a credit card and my daughter gave me money. So here it is. Don't tell me you don't remember saying that.
You've got to be kidding. Was that even recorded?
You must underestimate us so much.
You were crying and regretting what you've done a few years ago. What happened to you, though?
There is a saying, danger past and God forgotten. But that doesn't mean you can forget everything.
People forget insignificant memories.
And does that mean that the incident was unimportant to you?
That can't be true. I'm sorry for what happened to you guys.
If you feel that way, why would you do it again?
It's because you haven't been paying attention to me lately and Isabella has moved out.
But that doesn't mean you can do the same thing twice.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
How can I trust you? I will punish you thoroughly now.
What are you going to do to me?
I'm going to demand that you and your partner pay for the damage you caused us. And I'll make sure you pay the credit card bill as well as the $150 you took from my daughter.
The total will be well over $7,500.
Stop it! I'm a housewife. There's no way I can pay.
Why don't you just work part-time and pay us back like you did before? We're not your ATM, okay?
You keep making the same mistakes over and over again. I will never forgive you.
You're both terrible. That's too much. How could you do this to me?
That is exactly what we want to say to you. How can you say such a thing after doing so many terrible things to your family?
You betrayed your husband, you betrayed your daughter, and you betrayed yourself. Don't be ridiculous. Hey, what does family mean to you? Is it a useful tool for you? Speak up.
It's...
First of all, what angered me was the fact that you forced Isabella to starve herself.
I didn't put her through that.
What are you talking about? You took money from your daughter.
I was stunned and speechless when I saw Isabella so thin.
I thought the family was suffering, so I tried my best not to depend on the two of them for money, okay?
Isabella had put up with so many things for the sake of her family. You have a lot of guts to exploit my daughter's family-oriented heart.
I just wanted some money. I never intended to take advantage of her.
As a result, Isabella couldn't eat for days.
I'm sorry, but it's over, isn't it?
No way. Apologize properly to Isabella. You did the worst thing a parent can do.
What's your problem? You can't change the past. You must not dwell on my mistakes in the past.
That has nothing to do with this. Can't you even apologize for something you did wrong?
That's not the point.
What is your mental age? Making excuses after doing something wrong is similar to a child.
I get it. I'll apologize, okay? Whatever, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry at all. Then, I have no other choice but to divorce you.
Huh?
Isn't it obvious? You took money from your daughter and aren't sorry, but you're always complaining about it.
That's correct. And you grudgingly apologize to me in this manner. I don't need a mother like you.
I can't be with a wife who doesn't take care of her own daughter.
Wait a minute.
Of course, I'll see to it that you pay for the damage and money you stole from me. Got it?
I won't do it again.
To be honest, when you stole my mom's money, I should have divorced you. So, I guess I was still green when I forgive you.
I was carried away by my emotions and forgave you because we are also family. I wish I could slap the shit out of myself at that point.
Please, I don't want a divorce. Please reconsider. I love you guys with all my heart.
You mean as an ATM, right?
No, it's not.
I can't believe what you say. I'm saying goodbye to you, forever.
You've made life difficult for Isabella and me. You should put yourself in our shoes. If your enemies hurt you, take double the payback.
Forgive me.
I then filed a compensation claim against Amelia and the man with whom she was having an affair. The guy claimed he wasn't serious about the relationship, but that's not an excuse. Amelia was forced to work at a nearby factory. Amelia was crying at first, saying she didn't want to do hard labor any longer. Isabella, on the other hand, told her sternly that she had to pay for everything she had done up to this point. She reluctantly agreed. There is also a Miss Bossypants at the factory who is constantly sarcastic with her. Amelia begs me every day to quit, but I don't care. The amount of money she owes me is several $1,000s, so it will take time to repay. I divorced her without difficulty, and Isabella is staying with me. Amelia believes that if I see her working hard, I will reconsider divorcing her. She's having a dream like that, but I haven't changed my mind.
Lisa, you've entered our side of the house again without permission, haven't you? Sure, it is a shared house, but there are 2 areas for 2 families, and we have promised each other privacy, haven't we? You are not allowed to go back and forth between the 2 areas at any time you want. And will you please return the dress you took from my room? Your dress? I didn't do anything with it. Anyway, it's not right for a wife to wear such a gorgeous wine red dress with fancy embroidery. A married woman should dress more modestly and neatly. Lisa, I haven't told you what kind of dress is missing. As you know, I work in the apparel industry and have a lot of clothes. I have dozens of dresses. But you accurately described that particular missing dress. It's like you're confessing that you took it. I think that's just a coincidence. Oh, wow. You have superpower or something? I should ask a mystery magazine for an interview. I have some friends in that area, and you like to stand out, don't you? Okay. I'll just give it back. Later. Thank you very much. It'll be great if you return it today. Today? Yes? I was going to wear it tomorrow to see a play with my friends. I didn't lend it to you to wear, and it doesn't fit in the first place. Well, I'm starting to doubt your words. Will you return it right now? All right. You're really a cocky woman. Emma, lately I've been thinking. You need to quit your job. What? What are you talking about? I was surprised when I opened my phone during my lunch break. I have given a lot of thought about why you, a housewife, are so cocky. And I came to a conclusion. It is because you work in the apparel industry where people wear flashy clothes. A housewife should be dressed in a sweatshirt, jeans, and an apron. Aren't you a housewife too, Lisa? You have a lot of gorgeous clothes. It's fine with me, because my two boys, Mike and Chris, they both have good taste in clothes and actually work in the apparel industry. It would be a disservice to them and the world if I, their mother, were not a fashion-conscious and attractive woman. See? That's why it's fine with me. So, you think their wives do not need to care about fashion? Yes, especially you. No need to dress fancy while training as a wife. Huh? Training as a wife? I'm going to train you to be a decent wife for a family. You are to sleep in our side of the house from tonight. Oh, in addition to that, submit your resignation to the company before you come home. Nonsense. Huh? I have to go to a client after lunch, so goodbye for now. How rude! Do you think you can talk like that to your mother-in-law? I plan to start your training tomorrow, but I've changed my mind. It starts today, so be prepared when you come home. Emma, I thought you didn't come home last night, but I saw your car. You must have come home very late, sneaking around and hiding to escape training. You're really pathetic. I'm coming over there right now. I told you yesterday that I was going to start training, Emma. Still, you have such nerves sleeping in as if it were a holiday. I was right to bring a bucket of water just in case. Splashing you in bed should have been enough of a lesson this time of year. Now that the bed is soaked, you can't go back to sleep. Oh, I know. I'll do this every morning. It's a perfect way to start a day of wife training. Don't you think so, Emma? Right, it's settled. I'll pour a bucket of water over your head to wake you up every morning. Huh? Lisa? All right now, get up and come to the kitchen on our side of the house. I didn't make it home last night because I was on a business trip. Huh? After yesterday's lying, I flew to a branch office in New York. So I'm at a hotel in New York right now. New York? On a business trip? Didn't I tell you? What are you talking about, Emma? Your car is in the garage. I didn't use it yesterday, so it must have been sitting there all day. Huh? But you always sleep on the waterbed in the room next to the living room, don't you? I thought you were there a while ago. Maybe that's Chris, isn't it? Huh? Chris? Both Mike and Chris are off today. Chris called me last night and said that he's coming to play a game with Mike and would stay the night. Huh? Also, he asked me if he could sleep on the waterbed. I said okay, no problem, since I'll be away from home. Huh? Then who did I pour water on? I strongly suggest that you go and find out immediately who you poured a bucket of water on. Oh no, it can't be! Emma, I can't believe you haven't come home yet when the family is going through such a hard time. You are the one causing trouble for Chris. Will you please stop blaming others when it's your fault? If you had quit your job and done the wife training, I would have been the one soaked with a bucket of water this morning. Is that what you think? That's right. That's what was supposed to happen. It was a wife training. You were supposed to take that. But you escaped and... Chris apologized to me over the phone. Huh? He said he's leaving the company because of that. What? What do you mean? How did accidentally pouring water on Chris lead to his resignation? Well, I guess it's just too uncomfortable to think that his own mother is abusing the CEO of his company. What? The CEO? If I were in his shoes, I would feel the same way. I don't understand, Emma. The CEO of the company? Who are you talking about? Well, I guess it's time to reveal it. I didn't tell you because Mike and Chris wanted me not to. Tell me what? I'm the CEO of the apparel company that Mike and Chris work for. What? Why did you keep such an important thing from me? Mike and Chris were worried that you might abuse me if you found out that your sons were working for your daughter-in-law who should be lower than them. So they suggested before the wedding that we wait and see for a while. But after all, without even knowing that, you forced me your ridiculous wife training and poured a bucket of water on me. Chris was very shocked to learn of his mother's foolish act. He felt so sorry about it for me and decided to leave the company. Oh no, he shouldn't! Of course, Chris is an excellent worker. So I convinced him to stay, saying it would be a big blow to the company if we lose him. Oh, did you? You did a good job! But he didn't think it was okay. It's so Chris, honest and sincere. Huh? Mike feels the same way. What do you mean by that? They are coming to your place tonight and share their thought with you and your husband, Jack. Then you will know what your sons are thinking. What? What is it all about? Well, I'll stay in New York tonight. Bye for now, Lisa. Emma! Please, please, please! Please stop them! Oh, it's about what you discussed last night, isn't it? Chris says he's leaving home and marrying his girlfriend to avoid me bullying his future wife. And Mike says he will stop living together at the end of this month. Naturally, that's the way it will be. On top of that, Jack says he's divorcing me. Yes, I've already heard about it. His decision surprised me too, but I wouldn't blame him. Why? Don't you understand? I don't understand. We've always been a happy family. Is that really so? Huh? I can't say much because I only know what I heard from Mike and Chris. But Lisa, have you ever wondered if you have done your part properly as a mother and a wife in your family? I've been always perfect. Well, Seems like you didn't learn anything. What? Well, I think you wouldn't listen to me anymore, so I'll shut up. What? What is that? Who do you think you are? Answer me, Emma! I'm not gonna tell you because I think it's best for you to figure it out for yourself. What? I won't go to your place anymore because our living together will end soon. Wait a minute! I'll forgive and forget and let you free from the wife training. So just convince them to change their minds. I'll even try to get along with you from now on. We should keep living together. I think that's your problem, isn't it? What? I know it's a little early to say this, but thank you very much for everything. Emma, wait! Goodbye. After that, we put an end to sharing house without ever speaking to each other. According to Mike, Lisa is a bad example of a woman in a wealthy family who has been spoiled to become a terrible person. That's what he said. I couldn't help but feel sorry for him, thinking how difficult it must have been to have such a mother. A few weeks later, Lisa and Jack divorced. Lisa went back to her parents' house in the countryside, where people are old-fashioned and not very kind to an elderly woman returning from a divorce. Currently, she leads a very reserved life, being treated like trash by her brother, the head of the house, and his family. Chris married shortly after his parents divorced. Lisa learned of this after the wedding. Now, she's always crying in the corner of her room every day, making it even more annoying for those around her.
Hey, what's the problem? Your master is calling you. Get your ass on the phone. You're a housewife. You should always be free. What the heck are you doing?
I'm sorry, honey. What's wrong? I'm preparing a meal now, so I couldn't respond right away. I'm sorry.
No excuses. Then listen to what I need you to do. I'm taking my employees home now. Prepare dinner for 4 more people. And get the drinks ready.
Now? I don't think I can make it for 4 people so suddenly. It's 6 p.m. and I just can't go out shopping at this time.
Just don't bitch about it and start getting ready. I'll be home within my men in 10 minutes. Don't serve them garbage, okay? You will need to do well. Otherwise, I'll be embarrassed.
Okay. Are your men allergic to anything?
No. Well, they'll be fine for the most part. And I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to let 2 of them stay overnight. Bring out the extra mattress for the guests, too.
Okay. I'll set it up in the next room.
When we're eating, you'll stay in the other room as long as possible. I'll call you when we run out of food. Only then come out.
Okay.
Well, that's all. Make sure you do it right.
Yes, sir. I guess everyone is still sleeping. I'll just prepare breakfast and go shopping. If you need anything, let me know. I'll get it for you.
Oh, what, Natalie? I just woke up.
Good morning. I heard you were drinking late last night. Are you all right?
Huh? Yeah, I think so. Did you clean up the mess?
Yes. I don't know what they usually have for breakfast. Sandwiches, rice bowl, salad, and miso soup. There are pickles as well. Please help yourself.
Okay, we will. Oh, by the way, one of my men complimented you yesterday. He said even though they came so suddenly, it's great that my wife can entertain them like this.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's normal to be able to do this. That guy is married, but he's using his wife the wrong way.
Using his wife?
Yes, because he is feeding his wife. The wife should be trained to do whatever her husband says. He has to train her from the beginning of the marriage.
Train? Like a pet?
A wife is like a pet. Husbands pay them to stay inside house. It costs more money than pet though.
I see.
Oh yeah, you go to my parents' house while you're shopping. My dad said he wanted to talk to you.
Yes. Okay.
I have a pretty good idea what it's about. It's about my mom, I guess.
Well, she's been in the hospital for a long time now. She's not doing so well.
It's just a waste of money. It would be better if she could just be gone. My dad's stubborn. He's trying to make her live longer.
She is his wife after all.
Oh, let me tell you something. Even if you become sick, I won't prolong your life or anything. There's no point in doing it. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on you. If you get sick, just get the hell out of here.
I understand.
Well, take care of my dad for me. We're going out after dinner.
Alright, have a safe trip.
I'm going home first. I'll take care of the rest.
What do you mean? You're leaving? Your relatives are still coming, right? But you're leaving?
Oh, right. But then, we have a lot of guests. I don't know where my mom met them, but she has so many visitors. I'm sick of it.
Your mother was a multi-talented woman, and she was very friendly with the neighbors. I thought it was inevitable that she had so many visitors.
So, it's none of my business. I drank until midnight last night and didn't get enough sleep. I'm tired, so I'm going home.
But...
Shut up! What's your problem? I'm tired, so I'm going home to bed. You can deal with the rest. I can't be bothered funerals. Why do I have to bow down to others for mom? It's not something I should do.
It's true that many people you don't know will be there, but some of your relatives are there. It's your mother's funeral, so you, as her son, should be there too.
Huh? What a pain in the ass. You're the one who's supposed to take care of them. That's my wife's job. You shut up and say hello for me. Understood?
Okay.
Hey, I talked to my dad today and we decided to live with him.
What? Live together? Where?
At my place, of course. Mom's stuff is all cleaned up. My dad's stuff is so small, he could fit in here. We have an extra room.
But...
What? You're my wife, and you're giving me an opinion?
No, it's not that. I just think it's too small room for your father.
Then, why don't you give him your room? Your room is the second biggest after mine. In the first place, you've been allowed to use the bigger room. I think it's only natural that you should give it up to my father.
That's right. But what about your parents' house?
Yeah, I've decided to sell it. There's no point in keeping that old house. If we dismantle the house and sell the land, we can make some money, right?
I see.
Yeah, or we could rent a new house. Maybe I'll do that.
What? A new house?
We've lived in this house for a long time. It's time to move on. Even my dad would prefer to live in a town he's familiar with. We could rent a house over there and move in.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that we should... You mean we move closer to your dad's house?
Yeah, that's right.
But that would change your commute quite a bit.
It's only 30 minutes, right? All you have to do is wake me up 30 minutes earlier. It won't make much difference.
But...
What the hell? You still have a problem with me?
I'm not complaining. Then we'll be far away from my parents' house.
So what? Your parents' house? I don't care about that. You've already married into my family. You're nothing to do with your family anymore.
What?
I've already talked to my father and decided if we're moving to a new place, we'll have to find a house first.
Wait a minute. I want this house.
Shut up. Don't tell me what to do. You're going to have to find a house first, and then you will pack up this house. The house will be a mess for a while. I'm going to stay at my parents' house.
What? You mean I'm going to do everything by myself?
That's right. I'm tired from work every day. I can't even handle the moving out. I mean, that's not what I'm supposed to do.
I see. Okay.
Why don't you pack my stuff too? Well, for now, I've got suits and dry cleaning shop nearby. I'll take care of that myself.
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Well, I'll be staying over there for a while. I'll need some clothes for that. And I'll need a razor and a toothbrush too. Look for them as soon as you can. We're selling the house over there too.
Okay.
Hey, you haven't found a new house yet?
I'm sorry. The rent is a little high for a place bigger than this.
That's not a problem.
But with the conditions you gave me, I can't find anything.
You're really useless. My dad and I are waiting for you. The house is a mess because there's no one to clean it. I even buy food for us every day.
Sorry.
That's right. You come to my parents' house tomorrow and make me dinner.
What?
Since I'm gone, except when you are packing up and look for a house. You're just free, right? Come over here and cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have time for that, right?
No, that would be difficult. I have quite a lot of luggage. I have to go look at houses, and it would take a while to get there.
Shut up. If I tell you to come, you'll come. You want us to eat outside food all the time and get sick?
That's,
Then you're coming over here tomorrow, and you're going to clean up. It's a woman's job to take care of the house. You understand. You don't have time to complain.
Understood.
Hey, that's enough. You didn't even come to make me dinner yesterday. How long are you going to make me wait?
I'm sorry.
You're always like that. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You don't feel bad for apologizing with your mouth, do you?
I'm sorry.
Don't just apologize with your mouth. Get moving. You're such a slow learner. Can't you even process the move properly?
I was finishing the paperwork for the house.
What? If you've done it, just tell me. You piece of shit. So, where's the place? What's the rent? And the layout?
The rent is $400 and the layout is 1 bedroom.
What? Of course we can't have 1 bedroom apartment for the 3 of us, can we? What kind of nonsense are you talking?
This house is not for the 3 of us. It's a house for just me. I think 1 bedroom will be enough.
What? You alone? What are you talking about?
So please get along with your father and live in that dump. I'll live alone.
Huh? You? Come on. What kind of a joke are you talking? You're trying to disobey me even though you were my wife?
I'm not your wife anymore.
What?
I just submitted divorce papers, so I'm not your wife anymore.
What are you talking about? There's no way you can do that. I never allowed you to do that.
Yes, you can. You say divorce every time you got mad. You kept forcing your signed divorce papers on me. You've been forcing your signed divorce papers on me over and over again.
Huh? Then what is it?
I kept them every time you forced them on me, thinking I'd bring it out in case of emergency. Good. I've been saving it for a while now.
You've been doing that behind my back.
Yes, I did. I was surprised myself. There were a total of 6 divorce papers that you gave me.
Oh, so you really divorced? You said we're not married anymore?
Yes, there was nothing wrong with the divorce papers. I submitted it quickly to the city hall and it was accepted. So the divorce was finalized without any problems.
Wait a minute. Then the house you've been living in?
Oh, you can keep that. I've moved all my stuff out. Oh, I'll take appliances too. Most of the appliances are gifts from my parents anyway.
Oh, hey.
You can live at your parents' house or wherever you want. Well, as long as you guys can live there.
You're my wife. You think you can get away with this for free?
How long are you going to keep calling me wife? I'm divorced, so I'm not your wife anymore. I mean, please let me go after doing this. I've taken care of you all this time.
I'm the one who took care of you. A simple woman like you who can only do housework.
Well, what a coincidence. I thought of you as an arrogant man too, who could only do one thing.
Huh? You were telling me I'm nothing but being an arrogant man? Don't be silly. Who do you think you owe your livelihood to?
Certainly, it's thanks to you. You had worked every day, and if I listened to you moderately, I was able to make a decent living. I was also able to find time to work.
Huh? You worked? You? You were working without telling me?
Yes, I did. I've been trying to make my living meet after the divorce.
Doing whatever you want without telling me. You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not screwing around. I'm glad you went over there before I moved in with you. I had plenty of time to pack my bags, and I could take my time house hunting.
Screw you. The divorce is null and valid. I didn't approve it.
But you wrote the divorce papers yourself. It can't be invalid now. Do you think it's easy to invalidate a divorce decree that was written by you and accepted by court?
If I say it's invalid, it's invalid. Go to the city hall right now and withdraw it.
I refuse. I can't live with you anymore.
Why not? I've given you a good enough life.
I can't live with someone who doesn't see me as a human being. It's just hell. Am I your housekeeper? Or am I a slave? Or a pet?
I didn't say that.
You did say that. You said it costs more money than having a pet. If you don't remember, go back to see the message.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Well, it doesn't matter now. Pets, livestock, slaves, whatever you want to call it. You let that person you look down on run away from you. You're a scab who can't even manage a pet.
Who's a piece of shit? That's enough.
I wonder how you can be so arrogant. What are you better at? What can you do better than others?
Huh?
Height, average. Weight, heavy. Face, uncle. Job, average employee. Parents, scum. And he himself is a bum who pretends to be her husband.
Hey, whose parents are you calling scum?
Yours? Anyone else? Huh? Do you think your parents are good people? Lie. You're someone who can't look at things that objectively.
My parents treated you well, didn't they?
What are you talking about? They treated me well? Which part?
What?
When I go to my in-laws' house, they make me work so hard, I don't even have time to sit down. My father-in-law makes a lot of noise when he eats. He has no sense of delicacy. The vegetables he gives away are always on the verge of rotting. My neighbors say I'm a failure who can't have children. She calls me out only when it is convenient for them and makes me to do housework and cleaning.
That's what a wife is supposed to do, right?
What kind of countryside story are you talking about? Is it just your house which can't keep up with the era?
What?
Nowadays, it's not normal to make wife do shit. Well, I'm sure the neighbors understand. They all said to me, "How did you put up with it?"
Huh? Why?
They all knew I was being bullied. They were always comforting me. Not only my neighbors, but also my relatives.
What?
I told them I was getting a divorce. They all said congratulations.
Huh? What? What is this, all of you?
They all seem to understand how shitty you are. Now that it's going to be the two of you, I don't think you'll be able to do the housework. You may think of relying on your relatives, but you won't be able to do that either. I wanted to tell you first.
Why? If someone's in trouble, it's natural to help.
You're so full of shit. You really don't see what's going on around you. Well, you'll realize that from now on. Don't even think of asking me for help. We're strangers now.
Now, wait a minute. Let's talk about it. We can't live together in this house.
Well, why don't you go back to your home? Well, I took them with me, so there are no household appliances left. You won't be able to live here.
Then what do you want us to do? You want us not to be able to live?
What are you talking about? Even if we had appliances, you wouldn't use them. You can't use them in the first place. Well, you two can make it work, right? Two old men who have never even done their own laundry.
Huh? Wait a minute. Of course it's impossible. Hey, wait a minute.
According to the neighbors, the family's house became a mess in no time at all. And there was constant quarreling between my ex-husband and his father. The contract with the house we were living in has been expired. A friend at work told me that he eats and buys food every day, and his suits are wrinkled. And he told me his appearance was... He must have aged 5 years. I could have divorced him earlier, but I thought it would be more damaging to get divorced when we both are old. I pretended to listen to him. I kept putting up with it for the sake of my own pocketbook. I rented a house near my parents' house, and my parents are old enough to support them. I would like to challenge myself to do something I have not been able to do before.
Shelley, how have you been? It's me.
Oh, hi, Mom. I knew you'd message me.
Oh dear, you were waiting for my message. I know you, Shelley. A child always misses their mother, no matter how old they get.
Except for a mother like you.
Huh?
I heard you were at a pub where I went with my colleagues.
Yes, honey. I wanted to talk to you, so I followed you to the pub.
When I went to the restroom, you approached my colleagues and you carefully told them that you're my long-gone mom. I guess everybody believed you. I heard that you also got my number from them. And then you just left before I returned to the table. When my colleague told me what happened, I denied everything you said, and I confronted them for giving you my number without my permission. You said that you haven't been allowed to see your daughter ever since your husband cheated on you and took everything away. What kind of joke is that? You were the one who left me for a man and got divorced.
But honey, isn't it true that I am your long-gone mom? I haven't seen you in over 20 years.
If you can recognize the face that you haven't seen in over 20 years, you must have been sniffing around me for a while.
Sniffing around? How could you say like that? It's more like I was worrying about my own daughter for a while.
Wow, you sold our house to pay for the cost to elope. And you made my life miserable when I was 6 years old. Don't try to make it sound like you've never done that.
Oh, you knew about that too.
Yeah, someone told me.
Okay, whatever.
So, what do you want? Why were you sniffing around and tricking my colleagues to get my contact?
Oh well, let me get straight to the point. I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
Yes, I heard you got married. And guess what? Your husband is a lawyer. I guess it's better than marrying a police officer.
It's none of your business who I got married to.
Well, if you're just an ordinary woman, there'll be no problem, but...
Huh? What are you trying to say?
Your father is a criminal, and you decided to marry a lawyer?
What?
Oh God, you didn't know? Well, I guess you were too young to remember. It happened when you were 5 years old. When I told him about the divorce, after he got caught involving embezzlement, you didn't even know the word embezzlement. So, I didn't want to waste my time explaining. I didn't say anything else after that. But the fact that your father is a criminal doesn't change. And now, look at you. You got married to a lawyer. Looks like you have deceived him.
What are you talking about?
Well, I can understand why you don't want to admit the truth. I didn't want to be a criminal's wife either. That's why I divorced your father.
Dad is a criminal? What are you talking about? The embezzlement case was cleared up.
Even if it's cleared up, it doesn't change the fact that he has a criminal record.
There's no criminal record.
Yeah, whatever. I know you want to think that way, but you can't turn your back on reality. I'm divorced, so I'm not married to a criminal anymore. But you're his daughter. So, I have a good offer for you. If you don't want your husband to find out about it, give me a $5 million house.
A $5 million house?
Do you know the luxury residential area near the coast? There's a house for sale for $5 million. And it's my dream house. Please get it for me. If you did, I won't tell anyone that your father's criminal.
Why do I have to waste my money on that stupid offer?
What?
You should do some investigation first, before you came to me with the nonsense. Bye. Hey Ryan, do you have a minute?
Hey Shirley. Sure. I'm taking a break now. What's up?
There's something I want to talk about tonight, but I want to apologize first.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. But a crazy thing happened.
Crazy thing?
Well, actually, I got a call from my mother.
What? Your mom?
Yes.
Why? You haven't heard from her in years.
Yes, but she showed up at a pub where I was drinking with my colleagues.
What?
When I went to the restroom, she talked to my colleagues and told them some stupid lies to get my contact.
That's terrible.
And just now, I got a message from her. All her messages are crazy.
Really? Like what?
At first, she told me that my father is a criminal for committing embezzlement.
What? But I thought that the case was settled a long time ago.
That's what I said. My mother divorced and ran away from my father right in the middle of the embezzlement case. I think she didn't find out what happened after that.
I see. So, did she say anything to you?
That's the thing. She knows I married a lawyer.
What? About a marriage?
She demanded a $5 million house in exchange for not revealing about my father to you.
What the hell? That's crazy. That's totally blackmail.
I'm glad to hear that we have the same opinion.
And a $5 million house.
Yeah, she said the house is located in a luxury residential area near the coast.
That's one of the nicest places in town.
There's no reason for us to be threatened. But we can't just let it go, you know?
Of course. This is unacceptable.
I'm sorry, but can I leave the rest to you?
Sure. Let's talk about it again when I get back. But I can tell just from what I've heard that she's out of her mind. But I think we need to use full force of the law to get her off your back.
I appreciate your help, Ryan.
By the way, have you talked to your dad yet?
Not yet. He was working late with an overseas client, so he's sleeping now.
I see. Well, when he wakes up, you should tell him about the situation. I think I can be home by 7 or so. Let's talk about the plan with the 3 of us.
Sure. Thank you for your help.
Shelley, any update on the $5 million house?
I told you, it's a waste of money for a stupid offer.
Stupid offer? I'm serious, Shelley.
I mean, why the $5 million house? I think your demand is too specific.
I was thinking about the house for me and my boyfriend to live.
What? Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes. I keep dreaming about an elegant life with my boyfriend. The house would be perfect for us. Big yard, swimming pool, jacuzzi, and sauna. Oh, I'm so happy just thinking about it.
I'm not obligated to make your dreams come true.
Oh Lord, here we go again. If you don't want your husband to find out about your criminal father, give me a $5 million house. Your father is an ambassador.
That father is living with us now.
What?
Well, I'm glad you contacted me. My husband wants to talk to you. Just give me a minute.
Huh? Your husband? Hello, I'm Ryan, Sherry's husband. Please excuse me for messaging you using Sherry's account. You're Sherry's mother, right? Are you Sherry's husband? The lawyer? Yes, I'm a lawyer. Oh, really? I know what you're doing. It's still you, Shelly. Stop pretending to be your husband. Okay then. Can I get your contact info and send you a message from my account? Fine, but I know you're just making fun of me. Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? I'm Ryan, Sherry's husband. So, it was true. Normally, I wouldn't proceed with things through texts. But as Sherry's husband, who's well versed in the law, I'd like to talk to you. Oh, okay. What you did to Sherry is unforgivable to me. What are you saying? It's just a small favor from her precious mother. Just give me $5 million. This is not a favor, but a clear threat. You said give me a $5 million house. Well, I'll expose your father's criminal record. Dear, I don't know what Sherry told you, but it is a fact that her father is a criminal. He committed embezzlement. He's an ex-convict. You're wrong about that. No, I'm not. That's why I divorced him. I don't know what happened after that, but it doesn't change the fact that he has a criminal record. No, Sherry's father was innocent. In fact, he was the one trying to expose the embezzlement. Huh? He fell into the trap of the real culprit and was almost framed. The investigation proved that he wasn't guilty. What? It was my father told me this story. My father is also a lawyer who was in charge of defending Sherry's father at the time. I heard about all his efforts to prove that he wasn't guilty when I was engaged to Shelly. Is that true? Yes, it is. In short, your ex-husband did not get a criminal record, and he's now living with us. No way! Then the $5 million house... I don't think that's the only thing to worry about. Huh? About 20 years ago, you abandoned Sherry when she was still a little girl and ran away. And you sold off the land and house you inherited from your parents to finance your elopement with a man. Did you know that Sherry was raised in foster care until she graduated from high school? What? In foster care? She didn't meet her father again until she became an adult. What's even more unforgivable is that, after more than 20 years with no communication, you suddenly showed up with crazy demands. On top of that, you even tried to blackmail Shelly. But Shelly has suffered because of you. I love Shelly, and I respect her father, the man who is not a criminal. That's why I can't forgive you. You have no right to be involved in our family. I'm declaring to you now that I will take legal action. What? You have committed crimes such as threats and defamation. Do you understand that this is a serious crime? But, you don't even know where I am. I know where you are. What? I told you, I'm a lawyer. I have contacts at the credit bureau. You're in debt, and you're living with a toxic boyfriend. With this situation, you can't escape even if you wanted to. Am I right? We will have to file a claim for alimony and damages. Please don't. And I warn you not to go near Shelly ever again. Please be prepared.
Right after that, I took a big deep breath. Apparently, it was harder than I thought it would be. My mother and her toxic boyfriend panicked after she was actually sued and charged. But it seems that everything was my mother's plan along. The toxic boyfriend abandoned my mother and fled, saying he didn't know anything about what she did. After all that happened, my mother was convinced of a lot of other crimes. She got arrested and went to jail right after that. I know she will come out sooner or later. Thanks to my husband's support, he made sure that my mother will never show her face in front of me. I imagine my mother, who was entering her old age, by the time she got out of jail. I have a feeling that she will not be able to find a peace until the end of her life. I'm living by myself after I moved out of my parents' house. The other day, I was planning to go back to my parents' house to clean the stuff that I left in my old room so that they could use the room for my nephew. Then I received an unbelievable message from my sister-in-law who lives with my parents.
Hey, Kelly, can we talk about your old room?
Hey, yeah, I heard that you wanted to use the room for Eric. I'm planning to go there soon, so I'll clean up my room then.
Oh, I just wanted to let you know that you don't need to do that.
But I have a lot of important stuff there, and I think I need to organize them by myself.
I got rid of them already, so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Huh? What do you mean?
It was just a lot of stuff, and I thought you can't bring all of them with you, you know? So I just threw all of them.
You threw away my stuff? But how did you get into my room without a key? I'm pretty sure that only my brother has that key.
When Jason was out, I had a spare key made.
Are you serious?
It'll be Eric's room anyway. Besides, you're already old enough for that stuff. I think it was better this way. I haven't touched the bookshelf because there were some books that I wanted to read too.
Oh, you didn't throw those away.
Yeah, but all the nerdy stuff you had, I think it was time to get rid of them, you know?
Faye, I just wanted to clear this out. What specific kind of stuff did you throw away in my room?
Like some kind of robot plastic model. I didn't know about that stuff because the room is usually locked. I was really surprised that you and Jason have the same hobby.
No, we don't. The stuff that you threw was my brother's.
What?
The only stuff that I left was my books and games on my bookshelf. I've never bought any plastic models.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's just my guess, but maybe after Eric learned how to walk, he temporarily put them in my room and made sure that Eric will not touch them.
Oh my, so it was really his stuff.
I think you should tell my brother about it right now.
He's in New York on a business trip right now, so I guess I'll tell him when he gets back.
I don't think it's a good idea to wait that long.
Even if I tell him sooner or later, it doesn't change the fact that I threw them away. Well, Jason is 30 years old. He was too old for the stuff, you know.
Here we go again. Well, good luck with that.
Whatever.
My brother and I have always been nerds, but my sister-in-law is not really into such things. I guess she doesn't understand the value of the stuff that she threw away. She still thinks it wasn't a big deal, and seems like she has no plan to tell my brother about it. So I messaged my brother first. And here's a conversation between my brother and his wife that I was shown later.
Hey, is it true that you threw away my plastic models?
Huh?
Kelly told you. Why?
Actually, I thought it was Kelly's.
Then, when I told her that I threw it away, she told me it was yours. Haha, there's nothing to laugh about. Well, I think it was better this way, you know. You're too old for that stuff, and you need to say goodbye to your nerdy hobbies. I told you I was working it. Oh, really? I had more than 200 plastic models before. That many? But after we got married, I gave them away or sold them. I only had 50 of them at one time. After when Eric was born, I only had 30 of them. Wow, it must be so hard to get rid of them that many. Good job, honey. the remaining 30 pieces I put in Kelly's room. I wanted to keep only 3 from them, and the rest was supposed to go to my friends. I can't believe you threw them away. What you gonna do about it? What do you mean? It's all gone now. Just move on, honey. I mean, come on. You're a father now. So, for goodness sake, stop it. I haven't bought anything since we got married. Oh, really? I'm still keeping my promise to you when we got engaged. Did you forget? Then what did I get? Nothing. I put all the money I earned from selling my stuff into a bank account. Huh? Well, it seems like you used it for buying your favorite branded bags and clothes. For me, I have an emotional attachment to the plastic models, just like the way you love your branded stuff. Hello? Your stuff is just garbage. But my bags and clothes, I use them almost every day. Instead of wasting money on the garbage, it's better this way. Oh yeah? You have no idea what I was going through when I gave up my stuff. Oh my gosh, stop being dramatic, honey. I can't take this anymore. Let's get a divorce. What? I'm not trying to force you to understand me. I don't understand anything. I just called your dad. He's gonna pick you up soon. So pack your stuff. Hey, what are you talking about all of a sudden? There's no way my dad would agree to this. For the stupid small fight over plastic garbage. Your dad told me the reason your parents divorced. Your mother threw away your father's precious collection with her permission. He apologized to me on the phone, saying he understood how I felt. Oh no. Also, I'll get custody of Eric. What? Why? If I don't do this, even his precious things might be treated like trash in the future. I won't do that. I don't trust you. I've asked my parents to take care of Eric while I'm away on business. Just get the hell out of here. We'll talk about the rest through our lawyers. I can't bring back what's been thrown away. You're pathetic. Let's think more about the future, honey. How about let's get matching branded stuff together? Wouldn't that be a great new hobby for us?
My brother took 6 months to get a divorce because of his stubborn wife. The plastic model that was thrown away was reimbursed as much as possible though. His ex-wife is still not convinced, and she keeps complaining about what happened to people around her. She really is a type who never learns her lesson. My brother took custody of Eric in recognition of his child-rearing environment and financial resources. He's working on raising Eric with the help of my parents. After what happened, it made me realize that my partner's values should be valued in the same way.
Hi, Andrew. Some guy just asked me out.
Oh, again?
Yeah. I'm tired of saying no to guys all the time. It's annoying.
Sarah, I'll tell you what. Guys get nervous when they ask girls out, so you shouldn't talk like that. We've been close friends since childhood, but you should choose your words more carefully, even with me, when you're talking about girl and guy stuff.
I know, but you're the only one I can talk to like this.
But
so many guys have told me that they liked me. I know I broke their hearts. I feel bad for saying no. I feel so terrible.
So, who asked you out this time?
Oh, do you know Jake?
The quarterback from the football team?
Yes, he asked me out before our graduation ceremony. Apparently, he was mentally prepared for me to say no. I was a bit surprised. I never thought that a younger guy would ask me out on a date.
If I'm not mistaken, Jake is one of the top 3 most popular guys in school.
Really?
I have a friend who's on the baseball team. I heard the guys from the football and baseball teams sometimes go to parties together. A lot of girls approach Jake. Even the football coach knows. The girls went to watch him practice every day until the day he quit the club.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I guess the girls are attracted to him. I had no idea he was that popular.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, I'm not involved with any clubs, so I don't know what goes on after school.
Hold on a sec. Doesn't he have a girlfriend?
What? Does he? Seriously, I don't know who's dating who anymore.
Sorry, I gotta get going. Mom is calling from downstairs.
Okay, thanks for listening. Andrew, another guy asked me out again.
Who is the guy this time?
This guy is Luke. I met him on campus. We are in the same club. Of course, I said no to him. But
You know, you've told me similar stuff a dozen or more times over the years.
Really? Jeez.
I'm not sure if I should believe the stories anymore. Can you please just stop telling me that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't sound real, does it? Since I enrolled at university, even more guys have been asking me out. I've been open about having a boyfriend. They should know I'm in a relationship. But I guess they don't get that. Sigh.
Can I ask you something? Why do you have to tell me all of this? I moved out of town, right? I don't know anybody you meet or hang out with anymore.
Well, as you know, you're the only one I can talk to like this. I just need you to listen. I wish I could have gone to the same university with you.
Oh well.
I know. You're so smart. I wasn't smart enough to get into your university.
Some of our high school classmates got into your university, right? Do you still hang out with them?
Sometimes.
I only have one classmate on campus that went to our high school.
Who's that?
Maggie.
What? Maggie with the glasses? In our senior year? Oh, she was smart indeed. I didn't know you guys went to the same university.
Sorry, I gotta go. My lecture is starting.
Okay, bye. Hi, Andrew.
Let me guess. Someone new asked you out again.
How did you know?
'Cause 70% of your messages are about guys asking you out, and you telling them no. And I thought it was about time you'd send me another message.
You're too funny.
So, whose heart did you break this time?
My boss at work. I told him I'm doing a long-distance relationship with someone.
You know what? Since you got that job, 6 or 7 guys have asked you out, right? You've been working for the company for just 1 year. I don't think this really happened. I'm so sick of hearing crap from you.
I guess so. Trust me, I'm getting really tired of saying no all the time. Andrew.
What?
Can I come visit you sometime?
Why?
'Cause I only get to see you when you come back home to visit. It would be a fun surprise to wait for you in front of your condo.
You wouldn't be able to come in, 'cause we have a security guard in the lobby.
Yes, I know. I have to let you know when I want to go see you, and book a hotel.
I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of spare time lately.
Oh, you really are busy. It's not cheap to go visit you. So I have to make sure you'll be available. I understand you have your own life now, but I want to talk with you in person.
That reminds me.
What?
I'm going home this weekend.
Are you serious? You usually don't come home this time of year. Is everything okay?
I have a surprise for my parents. I'm getting married.
What? Are you joking?
No, I'm serious. Oh my god, what a surprise. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Hey Andrew, have you arrived yet? I've got takeout for lunch. We'll eat and talk about our future. I'm so looking forward to seeing you. I can't wait. My parents are excited too. Hey Andrew, is everything okay? I stopped by our parents' house, but nobody was there. I checked on the airline app and your flight was on time. I'm worried because my message hasn't been read. Text me when you read this. Andrew, is everything okay? What the hell? Why didn't you come visit today? It's terrible. You stood me up.
What? I didn't stand you up.
Andrew! You finally texted me back.
My bad. My phone was acting up all day. I had it on silent mode and literally I just read your messages. By the way, I'm confused. You said I'd stood you up. What is that about?
Oh my god. Of course. It's about our marriage. I waited for you at home all day. I ordered some starters and pizza for us. My family and I finished it without you.
Hold on. I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't stand you up. And why did I have to go to your house?
Huh? What do you mean? As I said, we were waiting for you. I didn't hear from you until just now. And now you're talking nonsense.
What the hell are you talking about?
This is terrible. If you keep talking like this, I won't marry you.
Huh?
How about that? Surprised? If you come by right now and apologize to me, I will forgive you. And I want you to tell my parents that we're engaged.
Where should I start? Okay. I'm marrying...
I know. You're marrying me, right?
No. I'm going to marry Maggie.
Huh?
What?
Maggie. Miss Four Eyes from senior year.
Yes, a high school classmate, Maggie.
Wait a minute. We've been in a relationship for a long time.
Huh? You and I?
That's right. We've been good friends since childhood. We're like family and we're meant to be husband and wife in the future.
I don't get it. This is crazy.
Listen to me.
I'll tell you something, and I'll be completely honest with you. By the time we graduated from high school, I knew that you lied to me.
I didn't lie to you.
You used to tell me all the time who asked you out. Remember?
Oh.
I'm not sure if you recall this, but you told me Jake had asked you out.
Did I say that?
I was already dating Maggie when you told me that.
No way! Seriously? That's terrible.
I'm not finished. Listen to me. You might have guessed by their last name that they are siblings. Jake, the quarterback, is Maggie's little brother.
What?
Your story about Jake sounded fishy, so I asked him if he had asked you out on a date. Asked him if he was still with his girlfriend. Now, you can imagine what his response was, can't you? He said he'd never asked you out. He said he doesn't even know you. I'm not always clued in, but I eventually realized I have to take your stories with a grain of salt. You used to tell me the same exact stories every few months. You still bother me with these stories. I feel like, here she goes again. I have to tell you, you really turned me off. I don't know how to deal with you, especially since Jake told me about your lies. I have a question for you. Why did you even ask me who asked me out then? You were jealous, right? Oh my god. It's because I knew you'd start asking me. Who do you think it was? Are you curious about the guy? You really want to know who it was, right? Unless I asked you first. And you never stopped messaging me. I wanted to finish it quickly, so I asked you first. That's it. That's mean. Mean? Really? I told you to stop lying, right? I told you I'm sick and tired of hearing your crap. You always hear what you want to hear. In general, you don't seem to understand what I actually say. For the last few years, I've been really tired of dealing with you. Let me ask you this. Who am I to you? What do you think of me? You're my high school classmate and childhood friend. That's it. You're a jerk. What the hell? What? Another thing is that you should apologize to Maggie. Why? I heard a bunch of stories from Maggie and her friends. They were all about when you were in the same class with her. What did you hear? Apparently, you were mean to Maggie. Was I? When you heard we were in the same after-school program, you told her to stay away from me. Don't hang around him. Don't even think of him as a friend, Miss Four Eyes. Why did you say such things? You were not my girlfriend or anything. That's because... First of all, we were in the same after-school program by chance. I joined after she signed up for it. Well, the other day, Maggie's best friend told me the ridiculous story. Which activity I signed up for was none of your business. Neither was who I hung out with. I felt sorry for Maggie when I heard the story. I think you're being a bit dramatic. I couldn't stand her. She was getting too close to my boyfriend. I've never been your boyfriend. Andrew, we are besties and we are meant to be life partners. We grew up together, for sure, but you're not the love of my life. What? Seriously? Andrew? Come on, I've had enough. Are you kidding me? I had a crush on Maggie, not you. She's the woman I want to marry, not you. I didn't choose you. Do you understand? Oh my god. You know, I think we should stop contacting each other for a while. No! By the way, my parents are moving out of town sometime soon. My dad is getting transferred at work. I don't think I'll be back here much. That makes me sad. Sarah, take care. Andrew. Please don't leave me. I'm not sure where Sarah's idea of childhood friends being the perfect match for each other came from. When I think about her having those feelings for me for so long, I feel sorry for her. But she'd been lying constantly just to get my attention. She misinterpreted everything I said. What is worse was the way she treated Maggie. It was absolutely unacceptable. Recently, a friend of mine told me that Sarah started looking for her future partner. She started telling people that she was engaged to her manager, who has a wife and kid. The company fired her right away for what she did. Now she sits at home complaining that she doesn't know how to start a relationship.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.